That's totally tops!
Hello and welcome, house guests, to another production of Totally Tops Television. I'm your host for the day, Nick Schneider, executive producer for the Mysteries of Krüger Mansion. Today we are super excited to jump into a character analysis for Ember Snow, your choice from our last survey, which, by the way, we super appreciate you guys tuning into those and casting your vote. However, before I jump in to Ember, I think it's worth bringing up that, she's somebody that comes across as like really pure intentioned, somebody that is very trustworthy. However, without knowing her backstory and what really motivates her and where she's come from, somebody could be forgiven for thinking maybe it's all just a big act. So let's dive in and find out what really motivates her. Now let me put on my reading voice. Within the town of Richmond, Virginia, resides a traditional orphanage. Most orphanages were done away with in favor of a more adequate foster care system. However, this facility still stands. It stands as a protest to the progression of the world's flawed advancements. The Sentinel Orphanage is a shelter to children who were separated from their parents, whether by abandonment, abuse, or mortality. This was Ember's home for a majority of her teenage years. This old-fashioned system made the facility virtually invisible to the world, which resulted in many children being raised within this program. The orphanage directors had good intentions. However, their inability to mold to the world's standards would leave their students naive to reality. Ember endured much pain as she had lost her loved ones to sickness and unfortunate circumstances. She felt as if she were drowning to the uncontrollable ripples of the world. During a time when she was overcome with sorrow and yearned for stability, a boy introduced her to guitar, and she discovered her passion. Music became her biggest release, because with every song was a story, and with every story, a mood. It was a relatable featurette in her screenplay of life. This became a bonding mechanism for her and this boy. Eventually, the boy moved on, but she clung to the guitar. She wrote music to express her feelings. This became her primary source of solace and emotion. Ember dreamt of a world that would allow her to feel peace, a place where she didn't need to be a victim of humanity's cruel imperfections. However, she knows this is a stretch from reality. Ember is, and always will be, on an impossible search for flawless tranquility. During her pursuit for happiness, she instinctively discerns situations with pure intent and a motivation for what she deems as good. Outwardly, she seems to be the embodiment of purity, which could inspire others in their venture of unlocking the mysteries of Krüger Mansion. All right, house guests, now that you have a bit more information into Ember's backstory and possible motivations, let's dive into her pros and cons so you get a little more context. So for one thing, Ember is very empathetic. She's very trustworthy. Also, her character is really inspirational. She inspires and brings out the best in other people most of the time. On the con side, she's also a bit insecure, and she is emotionally vulnerable. She's somebody that's been hurt so much, and she's kind of sensitive by nature, and so she is somebody that can be hurt and maybe even slightly manipulated. So those are pros and cons. So comment down below what role you think she will play in discovering the mysteries of Krüger Mansion. We're excited to see your thoughts. Well, guys, that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, and definitely look out for the community post where you'll be able to vote on the next gentleman to have as the character analysis. So guys, thanks again, and may fate grant you its richest blessings, house guests. See ya.
That's totally tops.